Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharadhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharadhari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Manachari Yamuna Tira Manachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharadhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharadhari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Paramahansa Parivrajikacharya Stotara Sarasri Sri Maharaj Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Nityalila Pravishtom Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajikacharya Stotara Sarasri Sri Maharaj. His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Vrindavan Mathuradam Ki Jai. Mayapur Navadvip Dham Ki Jai. Gangamai Ki Jai. Yamunamai Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Tulsi Devi Ki Jai. Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Sri Sri Radha Govinda Ki Jai. Lord Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Ki Jai. Sri Sri Gaura Nitai Ki Jai. Gaura Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Hare Krishna. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to glorify the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, and Srila Prabhupada. We just finished our tour with the TOVP, Temple of the Vedic Planetarium from Mayapur, after 5 months of traveling. And Jananivas Prabhu is 80 years old, still hanging in there after 5 months of exhaustive traveling, empowered by Sri Sri Radha Madhava to fulfill their Srila Prabhupada's desire to make their new home. So normally we read from Bhagavad Gita Sunday evenings. Some people will speak on different topics. I'm going to read from the Brahma Samhita. You all know this book? How many people are here for the first time? Anybody? No. Okay. You? No. Okay. Brahma Samhita. Brahma Samhita was discovered by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his travels in South India, in one temple there. I think it was the Matsya temple. And this is the 5th chapter. There's 100 chapters. And this is the 5th chapter. The other chapters are non-existent or cannot be found. But this particular chapter, Mahaprabhu considered to be the most important. And he wanted all of his followers and disciples to, as it said, enter into the mood of the Brahma Samhita as a regular daily function. So with that in mind, Srila Prabhupada started in the mornings when we have our Darshan Arti, and the deity curtains open after the deities are dressed. Then we sing Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami, Chintamani Prakarasad Vasu Kalpa Vrikshalakshavatishu, and other verses. So Prabhupada started that in order to help us enter into the mood of Brahma Samhita as a regular daily function, because all the Vaishnav truths, Vaishnav Siddhantas, Vaishnav Tattvas, everything about Krishna is basically in this one book. Of course, Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita, and there's basically it's the same thing, but this goes into some more details because Krishna is unlimited. He's not limited just to one book. Even Srimad Bhagavatam is there with how many thousands of verses, and Chaitanya Charitamrita and so many other books. But Brahma Samhita is really a very remarkable treatise because it gets into some very remarkable details about who is God, what does he do? How does he create the material world? We always wonder, God, we call him the creator, the maker of everything. So how does he do that? How does he do it? It's not a secret. It's all there in the Brahma Samhita and other Shastras as well, but in great detail it's covered in this book. And then the next question is, if he's the maker, what does he do besides, making the material world is really an insignificant event for God, for Krishna. He simply glances at the material energy, at Maya, and then it's all created by his glance. He doesn't have to think about it. He doesn't have to write books. He doesn't have to go to engineers and other construction companies. It's all immediately through his glance, the glance of Mahavishnu. The entire material universes are created by his glance. But what does he do personally? So that's also explained in the Brahma Samhita. Now we have some ideas what Krishna does when he comes to the material world. It's called the Bhoma Lila. When he comes and appears in Vrindavan, in India, and Mathura, and Dwarka, those are his activities in the material world, and they are a reflection, not exactly a reflection, they are identical with the activities of Krishna in the spiritual world in Golok Vrindavan. They're identical, but there are some differences. And some of that I'm going to read from here today, from Brahma Samhita. This translation and purports are attributed to Srila Prabhupada's spiritual master, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada. But there are actually some other opinions that it's the writings of Bhaktivinoda Thakur translated from Jiva Goswami's commentaries. But I won't get into that. As far as we're concerned, it was published, printed, and distributed by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj. And I'm going to read from some of the main verses that we sing in the morning. I'm going to read some of the verses and the Sanskrit. It's a beautiful song also. It has wonderful verse to it. And I'll read the translations, and then there's a few that I'm going to speak on and read the purports and speak on and elaborate a little. So the whole idea of Krishna consciousness means to be Krishna conscious. Right? We're conscious of so many things in this material world, that we're conscious of our jobs and our family, how much money we have in the bank, or our work, and our body, the food we eat. We're conscious of so many things. So we have to also try to give and learn to give more and more time to thinking about who is Krishna. So in order to do that, you need to know about him, right? It's not just a sentiment, oh, Krishna, I love Krishna. It's an actual jnana and vijnana, knowledge and realization. And that cultivation of Krishna consciousness, along with the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, will make us more and more and more Krishna conscious and less material consciousness. And that's the goal. That's the goal, because when death comes, whatever you're thinking of at the time of death, antavatu phalam tesham tad bhavakti alpamedasam, whatever we're thinking of at the time of death, that's where we have to go. If we believe in this philosophy, if we understand this philosophy, reincarnation, karma, and all of these things, then It's like you prepare yourself when you're a young person for your education, through your education to get your job, etc., etc. You think about the future. So we have to think about the future beyond this body. If we don't think about our future beyond this one lifetime, then we don't know what we're going to come back, what kind of body are we going to take. We don't know. It's not guaranteed. Human body may not be guaranteed. So therefore, we have to cultivate a consciousness of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who He is, what does He do, what His activities, His qualities, His forms, His names. And we have to hear about it more and more and immerse ourselves more and more and more in those activities. So that's what Krishna consciousness is all about. And that's why you come to the temple, to chant the holy names, to hear about Krishna, take His prasadam, go home, and then implement that in your lives at home. And those who are living in the temple, they're doing it every day already, but the more we can do it at home, outside, the better we'll be as well. So let me begin. First, Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we take the help of our gurus, acharyas, to understand this wonderful knowledge. Then it speaks to us through the books. It speaks to us through the books. It's not just memorizing and scholarship. By devotion and love and service to the guru, then the books he's written speak to us. So this is the beginning of the section of the Brahma Samhita, beginning with the Chintamani. Chintamani prakara sadva sukalpa vriksha laksha brateshu surabira vipadayantam lakshmi sahasrashata sambrahma sevyamanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Translation. So try to listen with attention, full attention, rapt attention to these descriptions by Lord Brahma. This is Brahma Samhita, spoken by Lord Brahma. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, the first progenitor, who is tending the cows, yielding all desire, in abodes built with spiritual gems, surrounded by millions of purpose trees, always served with great reverence and affection by hundreds of thousands of Lakshmis or Gopis. Venam panantam aravinda dalayataksham barhavatam sam asitam Buddha Sundarangam Kandarpakoti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is adept in playing on his flute, with blooming eyes like lotus petals, with head bedecked with peacock's feather, with the figure of beauty, tinged with the hue of blue clouds, and his unique loveliness charming millions of cupids. Alola Chandra Kalasadva Namalya Vangshi Ratnangadam Pranaya Keli Kalavilasam Shamam Tribhanga Lalitam Niyata Prakasham Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, round whose neck is swinging a garland of flowers beautified with the moon locket, whose two hands are adorned with the